I mean, we'll always evaluate, and obviously after every game, we'll evaluate what we do. We'll, obviously since they're a team that we play every year, we'll evaluate in the off season, and then and then you always evaluate what other people do. So I mean, you're always tweaking, and that's regardless of whether you're playing Georgia Tech or playing anybody else. So we're just constantly looking to try to tweak and improve and learn something. So.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
How much does it kind of you guys obviously have your system, everything that you run, but when you play an offense this different every year, how much does it take you out of routine, or does it not?
I think everything just becomes a little more focused, to be honest with you, because of what they do, and I think because of the urgency of it, because it is different. I think it grabs the guy's attention, maybe as opposed to you're seeing the same formations or the same things week in, week out. They're hearing the same calls. And it becomes, oh yeah, I got that, I know that. When they never really, when you never really want them to feel like that. You want them to feel like the first time that they look at everything, or when they look at it, it's the first time they looked at it. And that's the same way I try to approach the seniors. And some of you guys have played this 3 years, but if you approach it from the beginning of the week like you've never seen it before, you'll have success come Saturday. So, that's really the key to it is just having that approach.
Is there any extra concern just because you guys, I guess teams that have run the option within their offense have gotten big chunks of yards almost every time, it seems like?
Well, I think I don't know if you can certainly blanket it that it's every time, but
a lot.
Enough to hurt us.
Yeah.
Enough to hurt us. But no, there's different types of option plays. Obviously, this is a team that run the option exclusively. And sometimes when you're playing some other people, they're doing other things
so
on top of that,
you.
so they could get you with those sorts of things. So obviously, we'll prepare for the plays that we've seen this team run. Certainly. Do the best that we can, and certainly we've had some guys that have played against it before and had success with it.
So no extra concern based on the pass problems because that was sort of surprises within their offense.
I mean, every game is a concern. At the end of the day, you have to execute. You know what I mean? So every game is a concern that you have to have 11 guys on the same page. If you don't execute, you get exposed, regardless of what offense you're playing. So really approached the same way. Obviously, our guys just know that the details have to be, and the awareness has to be heightened. For this, you really got to trust it. It's option football, it's assignment football, and you have to trust your keys and trust your technique.
Mark, at this point in the season, are you disappointed with how that the execution hasn't come as far as you might have really wanted it to?
Oh yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, obviously we want to, we want to be sitting here with 6-4, and we wish our record was better than that. But we do have opportunities. We do have opportunities to finish the season the way we want to finish it. And the way we're approaching it right now is we're in charge of that. We can make a decision every day on how we want to finish. And that's really what we have to do. We come to work hard, set a good example as coaches, keep getting the players to prepare hard, and try to finish on a high note. Try to send the seniors off with success and keep moving forward. So that's really all you can do. I mean, obviously, you sit here after 10 games. I wish we had more wins. You know what I mean? That's at the end of the day. That's where it's at. I wish we had more wins. If we'd executed better, we'd have more wins.
The seniors, this will be their last game at home, and they're winding up their careers. Anything you can say about some of your seniors on defense? Maybe Deion Bush, Dallas, Tyreek, Tracy.
Yeah, I mean, those guys have been great. Obviously, they came here when the program was in trouble and on probation, and they made a decision to come here, and they stuck it out. They've stuck together, and so I certainly appreciate all those guys, and that's why I work for those guys every day. I work hard to try to send them off and let them have success every day. That's what motivates me. That's one of the reasons that you come in here and you work your tail off every day. I want those guys to walk out of here, have success in their last home game, and keep winning and get an opportunity to play somebody good down the road and leave with a good feeling.
How do you think Deion Bush's season has been?
I think Deion's been doing well. I mean, I think this is a game that he can do extremely well, and he's seen this offense several times before, and it fits his skill set. So I'm looking forward to him playing his best game.
The other thing I wanted to ask you, and we kind of asked you this maybe right after Al was let go, but what's it like for you guys? We talked to James Coley about that. There has to be a lot of stress on the coaches. The kids know what's going to be happening next year. You guys have no idea, and you probably kind of have an idea. What's that like for you when you leave here at night?
Again, at the end of the day, all you can do is focus on doing the best job that you can. I said that initially when it first happened, is that at the end of the day, we made a pact as a team, as coaches, coach to coach, player to player, player to coach, that we were going to stick together, we were going to have unity, and we were going to finish the season to the best of our ability. So really, that's all you do is you as a coach, that's what we're used to doing. You wake up and you go to work and you figure out the best way to teach and the best way to prepare the guys and give them everything you have.
Is it hard for your family?
Of course. I mean, again, anybody in a situation that would certainly be in the situation we're in, I would think it would be hard.
Mark, you touched on obviously the disappointment, not as many wins. The Coastal kind of it's over now in that sense, and that was such a big goal for these guys. What was the attitude like and the energy like from these kids, and how much of you guys as a coaching staff had to kind of work to make sure they get past that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's always our job. I think one of the things we try to say in the building that everybody's responsible for their own energy. When you walk in this building, we're all responsible for the energy, and people feed off of that if it's positive. So again, we just try to attack every day and be prepared. Go in the meeting room and talk about what we're going to see, so the kids understand that hey, whether it's their day off and we just worked 14 or 16 hours to prepare them for the next game, they know it's exactly the same. Nothing's changed. We're giving them everything we have, and that's really, I think, we've got to get them to feed off that we say, hey, no matter what's happened so far, we're setting the example. We're working our tail off. We're coaching the details. We're giving the players whatever time they need to get ready to the game and be successful. So I think, that's our job. Our job is to try to bring that enthusiasm and keep that energy up so that, they have their energy. But at the end of the day, everybody's responsible to walk in the building. I mean, if you love football and you love the game, then that should be enough. I mean, you should come out here and bring it every day, regardless if you're a trainer or you're an assistant trainer or you're a player or you're a coach. This is what we do, so you got to love it. And when you get an opportunity to do it, you got to come out here and do the best you can. So we'll try to ramp up that energy. We'll try to make it positive, but at the same time, everybody's responsible for the energy.
What kind of energy did you see from them today?
I thought it was good. Again, I think this week, having faced this offense for several years, this week kind of always just kind of locks the guys in. As I said, it's something different. The plays are different. Maybe our terminology is a little bit different. Although it's something that a lot of guys have done, it's something we prepare them for. We kind of keep it, the same as far as it not being using different verbiage and those sorts of things. So, and the techniques show up throughout the year. Plus, at the end of the day, you're seeing option football. So, it's just one of those things. I think that it just grabs their attention. I think it grabs their attention, and they're locked in, and they'll put the time into, to go out and play well.
Mark, I guess one surprising thing in the Clemson and the UNC games, where you guys have a lot of high-end recruits, who are wanted by a lot of schools. Why do you think at times they've had such trouble getting off blocks? It seemed that way, and I know obviously Clemson, North Carolina have good players too, especially Clemson.
Yeah.
But why has that been the case?
Well, again, it's something that we work on. It's something that we try to do. We try to drill, and we actually teach. When we drill it and work against it, we actually tell the offensive guys to hold them because, again, a lot of times they're gonna hold in the game. There were a couple, to be honest with you, in that last game that weren't called, that we sent in, and that probably should have been called. But at the end of the day, again, we have to assume we're going to be held, and it's not going to be called, and that's the way we coach it. So the bottom line is, from a standpoint of technique, okay, we got to be able to utilize our hands, get our hands on blocks, lock out, and violently rip off the block. And that's the way we coach it. So that's it. And we coach it and we talk about it, and it's something that's if you ask our guys, I think they would tell you, okay, we know how we're supposed to defeat blocks. So at the end of the day, we just keep coaching it. If we're not getting the result that we want, then we continue to try to tweak ways and do it better, figure out a better way to do it. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Coach.
Mark.